Alright, hey y'all, it's Pizza Hulk. We're back here in the long dark today. Back here in Pilgrim difficulty for noobs. The series we've had going for a while now. We're on episode 23. Pretty happy about that. That's going good, right? Um, you know, we have had quite a few issues though here along the way. Over the summer I had some hurricane issues. That's always kind of a problem, right? And then, so we had some difficulty getting some things streamed. But recently, we've had a lot of crashing going on, unfortunately, with the long dark. So, what I'm going to say is we're going to go as long as we can go. We either get to the point where I'm like, okay, cool, I'm ready to stop, or, the game crashes. Where we left off last time, well, we have assembled our signal tower out here. So we're doing the tails. Part of our Pilgrim playthrough, right? Last thing we did, big thing we did, I guess, was go to all the way to Ash Canyon. Went to the gold mine and got the tech backpack. So we've got that now, and along with our moose side. I figured that would be an important one. As a Pilgrim player, you might want to know where to go get that thing. We also climbed up Timberwolf Mountain to the plane crash, and we got a lot of goodies there. So I'm trying not to just help people kind of, learn how to play the game, but also learn where to go and how to get there, and the things you can do when you do. So. But yeah, we put together our doodad here. And we are going to go down the mountain here. And go to the bunker. Anyway, how you guys doing today? Hope you're out there having a good day. Hope you're doing what you want to do, and I hope it's going well. I'm having a pretty good day. It's a little cloudy and ugly outside, but it's nice. The weather's good. In Virginia, we can't keep the weather right, so it was like 80 the other day, and it's like 60 today. But yeah, I made a couple videos talking about, I made one video talking about recently about these crashes. I mentioned it in the last video. But I would like to say this, because I don't really, since it keeps crashing, I don't really get to say goodbye. So, I just want to say thanks to everybody who's checking out the videos. You guys who are watching, you're awesome. Love it. Thank you so much. Liking, subscribing, all the good stuff. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer I don't get to say my goodbyes when it crashes. So we'll do it now. Why not, right? Well, we got a beautiful aurora. I like it when it's like this and you can really, you got like the green over here. This is kind of reddish purple. This looks really neat. Get the moon up there tonight. We got a little bit of time. Fatigue's pretty good. We probably, yeah, we got energy pies, coffee. Oh, I could. Where's it say? Nope. Here. Maybe. Nope. Here. Alright, we can get this thing. And it's going to tell us either where our bunker is, and it's already beeping just a little bit. You can see the light coming on. Or if we switch modes, it can tell us where there's a stash. But we got to pick up the signal for the stash. So. Now, if you're wondering, I do know basically where this bunker is. But I do want to show you that you can use the walkie-talkie to find it. So we got a pretty strong signal, right? Well, obviously that's no good. Anyway, pay more attention to the needle and the beeping, I would say, than the little light on the left side. But, we are in Pilgrim mode, but I do like to let people know where things are. And they have moved the animals around, but you used to be able to encounter, and usually encounter, a bear down here. And I think wolves are, like, further that way. However, I haven't done this since they've reset the animals, so I can't tell you. But we do have some cattails down here, if you're looking for something to eat. It's a little bit of a walk. Now, as far as I'm aware, I think pretty much most, if not all, of the ice in Pleasant Valley is completely frozen. I don't remember ever falling in or hearing cracking ice here. Alright, but I think we can kind of start at least heading up this way a little bit. Basically, we're just going to follow this river. Farmstead is... like, if I walked that way, I'd run into it. Yeah, I had hoped to do this all in one shot, but of course I was out of the game. The game died. Mainly happens when I transition from an interior to an exterior. But if I remember correctly, I think we just kind of want to stick to this wall here for a bit. And then eventually I think we make a bit of a left. But this will be our first bunker. I'd rather not crack an ankle, but it might happen. Yeah, it's a little more to the left now. I think I go up this way, maybe. I feel like I'm just gonna... yeah, there it is. Like, I'm just gonna end up going back down this hill. Yeah. If you see that weird lump of snow... that is where we're going. There we go. Made it to our first Tails bunker. Interestingly, This is kind of working out because normally I do it like Milton first, then here, then Muscat. Alright, let's see. We got spray paint. I'll turn the light on in a minute. There's some fuel in here, though.
I think I can use this.
Not a ton, but we can at least use the lantern in here without worrying about it too much. There's some flares. Boy, they are really trying to give me these combat boots. Keep finding them everywhere, but we've got the insulated boots, which are better. Now, I do believe the water in these are... Oh, it says potable. Huh. I thought they were bad for you. Maybe it's a different bunker. Alright, what do we get? Yeah, there it is.
Looks like this has been here a while.
The canned ham and the canned corn. The main reason to come here. And the coffee. Oh, we got more canned ham. Beautiful. Pretty much, I mean, you can eat them or you can just use them as display purposes. Oh, I see the interwebs are already acting up. Good, yay. Another book, probably don't need. Oh, look, we got a whole box of them. That might be the most canned corn I've ever found. Yeah, sure. I will say, if I'd come here first, I'd be set.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Found pretty much every good piece of clothing you can find here. Doubt I'll be back here or need it, but you know.
I think I can use this.
If I'm going to throw one on the ground, we'll throw another. What am I doing with this thing? It's an 8% guard versus what? 6%. It's not really that much. It's not slowing me down too much right now. I'm not too worried about it.
I'll take it.
I was going to say, isn't there like a thing here? Alright, there we go.
Session 12, Project Medical Officer interviewing Patient 7. Back to the third instance. Find the bridge between them.
Trying to. Okay. It starts the same as every other time. A dark room. Square. I feel the wall behind me, and I can barely make out the walls to the right and left. Smooth, like steel or glass. I can't see the wall opposite me. It's too dim. I walk forward, and that's when I notice it. Every time. The pit. Just a hole in the floor. It's funny. The floor seems to slope a little bit as it reaches the edge. But the floor is made of bricks. Bricks that start to bend. Best I can tell.
And the end? The last image you can remember?
That's when it shows up.
What shows up? Can you describe it?
From across the pit, where the other wall should be, something darker than everything around it, sort of floating. It moves to the edge of the hole. No face. Just a moving shape. A shadow. Is it me? My face? God damn it. Man, that's when I wake up. Every damn time.
Spoopy. Oh. Alright, let's crack this thing open and see what's going on here. I think there's another thing I got, you know, we get to read. Somewhere. In the turlet? No, not in the turlet. Not in there, probably. So probably in here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's not waste the fuel. And, you know, I thought about it. I could crack some jokes while this is going on. I could leave it just to let it go. I mean, because, you know, why not? But also, I mean, I've done it before. Both for myself and on...
We ran power to Rudiger's
stream.
machine for the first time yesterday. It was nothing like what they predicted, even at half energy. I still have no idea what the endgame for all of this will be. The whole project. And I'm seeing now that few of the men building it do either. It's all over their faces. All this time underground isn't helping their morale, but I'm confident our fragile truce will hold until we're finished. We worked hard to make it this far after what happened to Team 3. But afterwards? Impossible to say.
Alright, I think... So, it looks like I did the transmitter. Oh, no. Repair transmitter in Pleasant Valley, check. Investigate signal in Pleasant Valley, check. Search bunker, beta, check. Alright. Feels pretty good. Think we're done. Thanks, bunker beta. Okay. Oh, there's a knife. I suppose I'll grab it. Matches, lots of books and stuff. Doesn't seem to be anything in there. I am noticing though, I'm not going to do it because I'm afraid it'll crash the game, but you can live in here and move stuff around, which I mean, like, so you could probably get rid of this and put a crafting table like right here. Well, that's cool, I guess. There's nothing... It'd be even cooler if there's a way to cook in here. You'd think they'd have that in a bunker, right? Yeah. Well, anyway. Yep, I don't think I missed anything. Pretty good to go. Let's get out of here. Well, I like that I can see the outside. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. I probably just usually just walk up to the ladder and just press the button. Yeah, I looked up and I could see the aurora above me. It was kind of like, I guess the hatch is open when you go in. It'll be closed now, though. Come on, Wolfie boy. Get across the screen. Let's go.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh, let's drink the coffee. That way we get the combination. We get the boost, but we also get the fatigue reduction. as we move forward. Alright, so we have some options here. You can take the ice all the way back up to the road, take the road to the entrance to the farmhouse, and walk that road to the farmhouse. So, road. Right through there. But I think there's like a farm or a barn or something back here. The wolves are out being wolfy, so yeah, like I said, they're back here in this back region still. Wait, is that it? Okay, yeah, that might just be a rock. I don't know. But we are heading back towards the farm in general, that way. Anyway, you know, again, we're in Pilgrim mode. The wolves shouldn't attack us. But they do run around like crazy. You get a little weird. I don't think, you know, I've been attacked by regular wolves in Pilgrim mode. And playing in, you know, on like a custom playthrough. Where they were on passive, but I don't think I've ever actually been attacked by a werewolf. But again, getting used to where they are, their habits, how they act, that's going to help you when you move up. Hopefully I'm helping you find your way around. Alright, we've got a nice set of tools, a few more bullets. Sure. As I say, I don't really think I'm heavy enough to pull out the travois and wear it down. I think I'll save it for the trip out. You know, I'm tempted. If here's the good thing about doing this. And sometimes I plan this a little better, but if you know that when you assemble the signal tower that you're going to get an aurora, you can use that to your advantage. So you can go get to your bunker, but then maybe you can do something else. Like, if I was a little closer, and I wasn't going to use pretty much the whole night just trying to do this, I would probably just go ahead and leave. Really, I gotta walk all the way down here to go up this stupid hill. It's a beautiful game, but sometimes, you know, the fact that I can't step over something. A little annoying. Alright, so as we approach, you want to be aware of bear. You want to be aware of wolves. Is the bear down? I did shoot him. I think I see him. He might be down. I might go ahead and just clean him up. What's my carcass hardening? Am I at 5 on everything? No. I wouldn't need to clean a whole bear, though. But I could get the skin. Maybe that'll push me over to level 5. Yeah, I think that's the bear. So I took... It was actually a pretty nice shot. But the, I don't know if you can see it. Farm's right there. Anyway, he was kind of annoying me and just... I was like, you know what? I'll take a long shot on this bear. And I hit him, but he ran off. But this is a good example for Pilgrim players if you're new to the game. A lot of times if you shoot the bear, if you wait a couple hours, they'll come back pretty much to where you shot them, and he's about where I shot him. I think he was a little further, like over this way maybe. But if they don't die right away, they'll come back to their territory and start patrolling. Wolves and deer and all that kind of stuff, they'll run all the way across the map. But a lot of times bears will come back. He's frozen. Yeah, he died a good minute ago. I mean, I've been up and down the hill twice, and I slept for like 2 hours. Do I have a fire striker yet? I don't. I do have a book, though. We'll just do that. Yeah, so anyway, you know, if you can use the Aurora to your advantage, like I said, if it was around the middle of the night, I'd probably go ahead and just leave. Because I know I'd have good weather. Just chunk a bunch of sticks in there. Get this fire nice and hot. Alright, so we'll just carve off like 2 steaks. That should thaw them out pretty good. Alright, almost there. And then, oh, there it is. See? Perfect. Alright. Look at that. Let's at least get a couple of steaks. Cooked and ready to go, and then we'll, and I'm probably going to grab the hide. And maybe the guts. I wish I could just go ahead and do it. It should actually speed up once it gets to that 50%. Well, plus I'm level 5 carcass harvesting now. Pretty amazing. Went right to fog. That's hilarious. Anyway. I'm sure I'm hungry. There we go. You hate to let it go to waste, but at the same time. Oh, I didn't get the hide. Okay. Perfect. Now, if we were staying here, if I was going to be doing some more exploring, I mean, we've gone to a lot of the key places here. But if I was going to, like, live here or stay here longer, maybe I wanted to work on some skills. You know, we've got all this cloth and clothing here. We could try to get mending up a little higher. Whatever. The point would be I would just sit there and go ahead and clean that bear. Try to get as much meat as I could. Because, you know, there's a 6-burner stove here, so you can cook it up and can get a lot of meat with a lot less firewood. But I think the best move for us right now is just to go home. I need to figure out how and what I'm taking out of here. Now, since this is a place that, you know, whether we're coming back and forth from Coastal Highway to go to the trader, or coming back and forth from Mystery Lake to either come here or maybe go back to Timberwolf or do whatever, You know, we've already set up a small base in Thompson's Crossing. We got a small base here. So we don't need to take everything with us. We don't... We don't need, you know, 3 red toolboxes if I have 3 red toolboxes. In fact, I left a lot of stuff up at Thompson's Crossing just for that very reason, because I just don't really need to bring a lot of this stuff back. And you won't either. I'm trying to help you guys with the
much more.
the loot hoarding. So you're done, right? Alright, let's grab a drink. Are we hungry? Not really. I usually set it for 10, but I don't even think we're gonna need 8 to go get completely rested up. Yeah. About noon, so the weather shouldn't be too bad. It looks like, I mean, seems sunny. Alright. First thing, let's do that. Well, that's ready to go. Alright, let's let's toss another one down. And these guts. Alright, so now we have a slightly better starting point. I think what I want to do, because so much stuff. Yes.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
We have 162 pounds worth of gear. I'm going to walk over here, though. So I want to get the clothing out. Again, we're trying not to let things get ruined inside of containers. So the clothing and the food, I'm going to pull out. There's just so much here. It would be a huge waste. So this could take a second, though. We've got, you know, extra socks, extra pair of combat. We got plenty of clothing to just repair up for kicks and giggles. We've got a festive sweater, you guys. Yeah, I don't need that. We've got a hockey jersey. Military jacket. I do sometimes switch to the ski gloves instead of the gauntlets. They weigh a pound less. Fully fixed up, they're not, it's like a degree and some change. They're definitely not as good, but they are lighter weight. There's one way to shave off a little bit of weight if you're looking later on in the game. There we go. And then the cloth, we should be able to just stick back in here. Now, depending on how you want to do things, you might want to bring cloth from here with you. There's not a ton in Mystery Lake. So keep that in mind. Alright, we're going to take a birch. We just take 2. Although if I leave one, I mean, it's enough to make a travois if I needed to. And I've got the deer skin. Let's leave, yeah, we'll leave 4 here. We'll leave 4. Again, planning for later, if we're going to come through here and do some, after we make arrowheads, we might want a few saplings around to replace the shafts once the arrows break. We're good there. Let's grab the food. There's a ton of it.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
But again, I totally recommend doing this. Now, if I was looking to geek up my cooking score, I would bring this tea with me. But 5 will do. I mean, again, MREs would be good to take with me. I might bring those with me. All the coffee's going with me. Bloop, bloop. What are we down to? 107. And we still don't need all this. Alright, let's see about making some more compromises here in a minute. I'm going to take the jerry can, the one that I have with me. Just so, I don't know if I have one in Mystery Lake. This way we definitely have one and we can use that when we go fishing. I'd love to take the salt. Alright, let's see if there's a better bag of flour. You know. Oil's not a problem, not worried about that. Alright, what's in here that needs to come with me? Oh, cool. So we got another maple we can bring with us. All this stuff can stay. I mean, I should bring the feathers. Maybe I'll bring the feathers. I mean, truth is, I don't think I need a hammer. Having a spare would be fantastic, but I don't necessarily need it. We got any... We got a couple in here. Yeah, we'll take those. Alright, the bullets, for sure. It'd be good to have a spare pry bar. Only problem is I'll use it as we go along, annoyingly. We're going to take most of those. I'll take a wire. It'd be nice to have a snare. All this stuff can stay. Maybe we'll take the thermos. Yeah, I think I want to bring my hacksaw back with me. I'll grab some of these. But again, actually let's grab that many. Actually let's grab 2. And then we have a stash here we can come back to when we want. Books. I don't need carcass harvesting books, so we'll take that. What are we at? 116 pounds. Spare hunting rifle would be nice, but Okay. The only thing I'm considering taking one more thing with me. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah, he leaves a little weight there. Want to make sure we take the good skillet. I'm thinking about bringing this cooking pot back. I can't remember if I have one. Alright, I'm leaving it. Now we can check the weather. Oh, there we go. I want that. Trying to keep it under 120. Alright, that's as heavy as I'm going. I'd like to bring this bag. It's just too heavy. I am trying to avoid using the travois. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. But the reason why is because I want to it's just too much of a pain in the butt going from here to Mystery, because I would have to load up everything on the travois, take it with me. I could only keep it to about like 130 pounds anyway, like total weight that I can carry, because I'd have to go through the cave, I'd have to go through the dam without using the travois.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
We have a beautiful day. All right, let's go give this a shot. I've got some energy pies if you're wondering. I'm trying to decide. I don't think there is a rope climb that can make this a little quicker. However, I'll be pretty wrecked afterward. Oh, I'm too heavy. I'm too heavy. No. All right, let's go. But basically, we're gonna go walk back up to the signal tower. Hopefully, the weather, stays like this. Again, in Pilgrim mode, it's one of those things. Again, blessing at times and a curse at others. The weather doesn't change too often. It has the lowest rate as far as weather changing. So, I think medium's about perfect personally for any playthrough, but obviously if you want a difficulty turned up higher, you can play a harder level, or turn it up in custom mode. But we made out pretty good. We got the backpack, we got the Mayside bag, we got a spare Mayside down in the farm, along with tons of guts and Got some deer skin, bear skin curing now. So again, I want to point out that importance, you know. You don't have to bring everything back to your main base all at once. And it's not always going to be easy. It can be tricky. You know, the Chavoy is super helpful. But it's not going to help you get through a cave. It's not going to help you get through the dam. So, you know. And a lot of times you have to stop somewhere and unpack. And move stuff, so... So all that stuff's here. Our base is in Mystery Lake. It takes like a day to walk here. I mean, we're starting late in the day and we're also walking into the wind. But luckily we have the blizzard feet, so, you know, we're moving 25% faster. We're at a little bit of an angle now. It kind of changed a little bit. But we were in the face of it for a minute, but... It's definitely, I feel like it's faster getting here than leaving. No matter how you leave. I know it sounds weird, but it is definitely harder. It takes longer. Because when you come in, you can just shoot, you know, towards the signal tower, hit it, come down to the farm. Ugh, come on, this wind sucks. Alright, I was gonna save them, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and eat one of the meat pies. I'm gonna eat the meat pie. There we go. If I'm gonna be fighting this wind, I want every little bit that can help me, so... That boosts us up to like 105 carry weight. If it'll just last until I can get out of Pleasant Valley. Yeah. And you know, just like anything, any complex thing that you love, there's a lot of systems and things involved in the Long Dark. I'm not a fan of the wind. I think it's a little crazy. But that's why I don't know. That's why I like playing on custom mode, even when I play it harder. Because I want my win badge. Nope. I mean, think about it, right? I want my fire starting badge because 1,000 fires to get that one. I forget how many hours, days, whatever you got to spend in blizzards. Alright. We should get a little break. Hopefully up here. What is that? Okay, it's a rock. I was like, come on, is that a bear? I don't have time for bears right now. So yeah, we got this beautiful day. No fog. We can see where we're going. You know, it's not snowing at all, so we're not getting wet. However, a stupid wind and having, you know, a pack full of gear. There we go. Got it at my back just a little bit. Now this will be fun because I don't normally come this way. Or, I'm sorry, I don't normally leave this way. This is the way I usually enter Pleasant Valley. I'm a little torn too. I might spend the night in a cave because I don't really want to go through the dam at night. And that's kind of what it's looking like. Hey, buddy. Well, now you know there's wolves back here. Right, do I want to be... I think I'm doing this right. I don't think I want to be quite over here. Believe me, that ain't it. If we hit a waterfall, I've gone too far. Looks like a deer carcass there in the distance. Probably gonna bump into that wolf again. Although, I think he just ate a bunny, so maybe he's preoccupied. I think a bunny just bit the dust. Looks like a dead body and a deer carcass, though. But, yeah. Wolf is nearby having a snack. I mean, the nice thing is, with all these arrowheads, I don't really even need to...
Best be prepared for anything.
make arrows. I mean arrowheads. Okay, there he is. Try not to get between a wolf and his bunny meal. Yeah, you're probably next, dude. I'd run the other way. Perfect. Alright. I was hoping. I was like, man, somewhere along the way we should run into a hunting stand. You know what I mean? Oh, we got another one. More leather, more crystal bullets. Oh, we got another flask.
Nobody needs this anymore.
We're definitely over 120 now. Definitely don't need scrap metal. Alright, well, let's keep moving while we get the effect. Oh. Whew. There we go. I believe that is my way out. So yeah, when we get out, though, at some point this rabbit pie is going to wear off. But we'll stop. We'll make a little coffee, I think. And use a bit of firewood. Maybe drop something. I don't know. I don't really think there's anything left in the dam that's going to be tempting for me to pick up. I know. But we need, if we're going to be drinking coffee, Astrid, let's... give me a sec. Un momento, por favor. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Come on, baby. Don't crash.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Yay! Could go with a... Yeah. Go with a flare. Because when it's done, it's like a half a pound I can leave on the ground. I'd be tempted normally to grab any coal. I don't know if any's respawned yet. I tend to think there's usually too much in this cave, right? It has been a while since we've been through, now that I think about it. I'll make the fire on the other end. I mean, I might not need it. If I'm going to stay the night in the cave... One thing I'm a little worried about, though, is... warmth. I should be alright, though. Yeah. And we are about to be right back in Mystery Lake. Like I said, it's, I don't know. I'm tempted, part of me wants to go and just shoot through the dam. But, I mean, if the Aurora starts, even if it's just like, if it does start early, and I'm walking across some cables, you get fried. And again, we're moving quicker because we're under it. We have the unburdened effect or whatever.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Me either, Astrid. We're pushing the luck here today. Oh, I can't make up my mind. But I do have a lit flare, so I might as well use it.
Come on, little fire.
Come on, little fire. Alright, let me see if I can find the worst copy. That one's 73%. Alright. Up there at the top. Alright. Take that little speed boost. Caffeine boost, I mean. Because I definitely don't want my carry weight to fall underneath. halfway, or we will really start to slow down. Oh, there we go. A little bit of snow. That's encouraging, actually. All right. Then we'll probably go ahead and push through the dam. Because, once again, we're in Pilgrim mode, so it's going to be a while. It means it's probably going to snow for a bit. Who knows? I mean, it's picking up pretty quick. Maybe decided to do a blizzard or something. Who knows? But either way, it's not going to be an aurora anytime soon. And I've already been to the cave, so I don't need to go up there and get anything. I doubt I left anything too fantastic. I am curious to see, there could be a lockbox in the dam that I can open now. I don't remember if I got the key for it or not. So we'll check that while we're in here. Surprised I haven't seen any wolves. There's usually bunnies and wolves out here on the ice. That is something they haven't changed that I'm aware of. Oh, I hear them. I hear them eating bunnies, as a matter of fact. Well, I didn't know they had the bunnies way back there, though. The bunnies used to hang out up here. Alright, I'll lose a little weight by dropping the torch. I'm just chugging along. I'm waiting for it to tell me that unburdened is gone. We just start slugging. If I can at least get into the dam before it wears off. I mean, we'll be moving slower in there anyway. At least I won't be crawling along and having to deal with the wind and snow. And the way the wind's blowing, it shouldn't bother me while I'm crossing, you know, the death-defying crawl across the dam here. Yeah, I guess this is the first time we're doing that in this series. If you don't, I won't look down. How about that? I was gonna say, if you have a problem with heights, this probably isn't for you. What do we leave in there? Actually, I don't think I have hardly any bandages. Yeah, pretty good at snapping them ankles. But if you want to get back in the dam, yeah, you got to do this part right here. So we'll just face the wall. Pretty much, I got to be able to see a little bit. Yeah, just walking along a path. You know, this part's fun. I got to look a little bit. Yep, worst part of the weather is on the other side of the dam. Yoink. this. And we're good to go. Oh, we have done this. Yeah, because I came out to look for the rifle. That's right. Still got the deer carcass here. Just shows you, because we haven't clicked on it, this guy's just going to stick around. And we'll just continue to get feathers, so that's why people sometimes call these feather farms. That's why I sometimes call them feather farms. Anyway, yeah, if the weather had stayed clear, I wouldn't be going this way because I'd be concerned about an aurora. And if I don't know if I've told that story in the series yet, but the very first time I died in the long dark was, it was like day 1 or 2. I went to sleep in the dam
kind of heavy.
on a pile of red wires. Woke up dead. Alright, do we have the key? Oh, we already raided it. Nice. Alright. So I've always had a healthy respect from here on for the dam. Alright, we basically looted this place anyway. I will say that they definitely not. I don't know if you guys can see anything, and that's okay. I'm saving on fuel, but I would say even just a couple months ago, there's no way I could have done this. I wouldn't have been able to see anything. But it looks like they've lightened up on that just a little bit. And, I mean, it's not completely dark outside yet. But usually, I mean, it doesn't really matter in the interior here. But we have been through this dam multiple times at this point. I don't think anything that I've left would be of any real importance anyway. Tell you what. My lantern's 81%. This lantern is 74%. It's almost out of fuel, so we'll just use this for a minute. Plus it makes me heavier. Please don't crash. Let me get through a doorway. Please, please, please.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
So far, so good. Yes, you're going to be able to drop this lantern here very soon. But I felt bad, a little bad anyway. I know you guys were just like, yeah, Pete, it's okay. See you walking through the dark abyss. That's great. Fire barrel if you do get stuck in here. But yes, this right here, this will kill you. Bzzz. Fry you up good. Get you all burned up. We might even be able to make it to the front office with this lantern. It's getting a little shaky. Like, I don't know, man. You're pushing it. Really pushing it. It's not in terrible shape. We'll take it. Nothing wrong with having a spare lantern. Plus, you know, it's scrap metal. If it, you know, at the very least. They can make arrowheads and hammers and things out of it. Or not hammers, hatchets and knives. No, now that I think about it, if I'm going to do Forlorn Muskeg Tail, I should probably make sure I have the scrap wire and everything, and the scrap metal and the wire and everything before I go. Back in mystery.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Back to the homestead after quite an adventure. I mean, we left. What is it? The zone of contamination. Took a little break here, and then went all the way to the gold mine in Ash Canyon. We're just making it back. Oh yeah. Yeah. Good day to hang out inside is what I think here. We'll grab a wolf steak. Hey. Oh, we still got bear. Huh. Need that though. Alright. Yep, let's get inside. Maybe we can read for an hour. You just traversed multiple zones and risked your life. Let's read about guns. Poor Astrid. Oh, this one's only 4 hours. At a certain point, you get so good at the gun that the 4-hour books don't work. So try to get rid of those as soon as possible. Oh, what? Double tap. My bad. Let's see.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I don't really think I want to sharpen anything. I'd rather see what I've got left back at the house. I feel like I left a pistol somewhere back there, but that's okay. Hopefully well, whatever. We'll find another one. Oh, here we go. Let's break these up. It'll all make it make things a little lighter. Yeah, I mean, depending on what we got laying around, I might make a couple arrows. And you're like, that's 78% exactly. But if I break it and make one, I'll get archery score. So I'd rather get the archery score than the feathers and the arrowhead. There we go. Let's see. Which one do we like better? I mean, here's the thing. I don't think this one's more unique, right? Interesting looking because we got different colors and stuff. But this reminds me very much of like the 70s kind of look. This just looks like somebody's thermos. That's probably mine right there. Yeah, I think we're good. Like I said, I don't really want to. Plus, the stuff I have is in pretty good shape. Oh, we can go ahead and just plop that on the ground. There we go. Under 120. Nummy num nums. And we'll probably wake up, yeah, a couple hours before dawn. Yeah. Depending on the weather, though. I might just go ahead and head out. At some point, we need to get this stuff moved over. Nah, I'm not worrying about that then. Another lantern. Actually, this one's in a little better shape than the one I got. Piece of cloth, why not? Alright, what's in here?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
I know we're back over 120, but whatever. We're going to drop the lantern in my hand here in just a minute. Oh, let's get this back with me too. Okay. Yeah, this one actually has a little bit more fuel in it. I might have cut the light off a little. There we go. There we go. Thought I turned my lantern off just a little too early. Anyway, if it's not terrible, the weather's not terrible, we'll just go ahead and leave. We shouldn't be too cold. Our gear is pretty set. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. Trying to figure out. I guess go back to Milton. Ah, fog. Perfect. Let's grab a couple of these. All right, that should do me. Why is fog perfect? Well, obviously it's not perfect if you're trying to get past all these animals because you won't be able to see them. However, no blizzard is happening, right? Wind. Can't have a lot of wind during the fog. So I'm cruising along with 122
with this much gear.
pounds of gear, as Astrid will let you know. Oh, I hear them ptarmigan. I want them so bad. Anyway, I got 122 pounds of gear. I don't want the wind blowing in my face while I'm trying to get there. So this is actually pretty good. And remember, again, you know, once you get an idea of where the bad guys are, where they show up, how often they show up, you'll be able to make some adjustments in the way, you know, where you're going. Now, if you're just playing in Pilgrim mode, or you're playing in a, custom mode with the animals on passive, you can just shoot down the railroad tracks. But either way, we wouldn't have to worry about the wind or a blizzard. Or even snow. We're just cruising along. Also, I think it tends to be a little bit warmer. It's a chilly night. More ptarmigan. We're going to pass like a dozen ptarmigan. Oh, I heard a whoopee. And again, this is another good example of why this is a good place, you know, if you're new to the game to set up. You've got this railroad track, you've got the power lines. If you are in Pilgrim mode, you know, you can get across the map without being attacked by bears. There's usually not any bears along here, though. Bears are like either on the, well, where they used to be, you know, the back of the lake, over by Trapper's Homestead, the unfrozen, or the unnamed pond, I guess is what it's called. I'm trying to think where else you run into bears here. I can't really think of any other place. So, however, wolves love different parts of this. This area that we're kind of walking through now, up by the red train cars. Occasionally you used to get wolves up by the Rangers cabin. But not like right up to the cabin. Sort of between there and like the exit to Forlorn Musket. Oh, looks like the fog's lifting a little bit. Yeah, all through this corridor, right through here, you can run into wolves. And I'd say, like, you know, I don't really remember them being around the red chain car or anything. And they don't really seem to go into that little glen area where I like to trap rabbits and hunt deer. They're kind of near there. They're a little further down, though. So, yeah, right around the ranger's place, I mean, it's pretty safe. Like, occasionally, like I said, they do stray kind of close. But, or they might come in for that random deer that sometimes pops up there. We are almost back, y'all. Cannot wait. So yeah, we'll get here, we'll get set up a little bit. Dump our loot, and then I guess... Yeah, I guess we'll head back to Milton. So I can do the signal tower there. As far as the skills and stuff, I mean, mostly we're at a point where we're just going to be building, you know. It's just easier to build as we move along. So we got 5 and 5 on cooking and carcass harvesting. You know, we're moving along with fire starting, ice fishing, the rifle. We could kick it here for a little while and make some arrows, but I'm thinking I'd rather just get the trip to Milton over with. Anyway, mending's up to level 3, so again, we're pretty much guaranteed repairs. Yep. I'm going to drop off a bunch of this coffee. See how the base is looking. I mean, we could leave out. I could take a nap and we could head out after that. But yeah, I love fog. Light fog's even better, I suppose, because then you get a little bit of visual. But yeah, that means no wind. And I'm too heavy. Couldn't remember if I picked up all my snares, but I think I had snares set over here, actually. Because the rabbits are over here by the cabin now, too. Maybe I'll cruise out a little bit this way. I don't want to... If there's ptarmigan around, maybe we'll get one in the morning. I guess it is morning. Home, sweet home. We back. It looks so good, so welcoming. Look at me, just leaving deer steaks and fat laying around. I don't know if I ever get the rock cache built here or not. It's really been a waypoint, but I mean, I feel like it's a good, you know, the thing about Pilgrim mode is we could sit here for like 2 months and do all kinds of things. But it's a good habit to get moving around as much as possible. So, yeah, these stones are telling me that no, we haven't built a rock cache here yet. That's okay. Maybe we're building 2. Ah, we're going for a second one. I see. Oh, yeah, a bunch of gross meat. Yep. So we don't want this to disappear from in here. We just pull out all this rabbit. Oh my gosh, look at all this rabbit in here. Oh yeah. That was already heavy. No me. We can make a few more pies before we leave. Home sweet home. So yeah, let's do the tails. We'll do this, and then I think, I mean, it's tempting. I don't know. We go to Forlorn.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I could forge. Man, we could do the tails. Use this for just a minute. Alright, cool. I wish I had a couple more of those laying around, but that's fine. I brought one with me. Let's see. All these are cured, so we'll just get them stacking here. Looks like we got plenty of birch. 2 more maples makes me happy. Oh, cool. Alright. I was worried about how much scrap I had. I have plenty. And I am glad I brought those feathers. There we go. Alright. So, most food's probably going on the ground. Although I don't need all this coffee. Alright, so, yeah. I guess we'll toss it all in here for now. It's all in pretty decent shape. I'm also curious to see if I've got more in here while it's stacked. But I think, yeah, that was my big coffee run right there. We got one that's got 18, one that's 15, and one that's 2 that are 10. That's cool. And then right here, for now anyway, we'll drop those. I mean, I should probably go through this at some point. Random clothing. Brought some leather back with me. Looks like we got a good stash of leather. That is really nice. Alright, let's see if we can get all the bullets together. We did really well with the sewing kits. Look at all those. And I left like 3 behind, so. There we go. Yeah, again, not much cloth, but not a lot of cloth in Mystery, but there's still some around. Alright, this is looking pretty full. God, look at all these gun books I've got to get through. We'll take the medium-sized one. Oh, I can see. There should be stuff in here, too. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, these 2 drawers are just kind of a mixture.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
We're getting there. Yeah, there we go. I told you. You never really have to worry about these. We're going to have hundreds of them. I feel like I've left some rifle bullets somewhere, though. Alright, here's some more. Yeah. I need to switch to the pistol sooner than I thought. Yeah, 196. Alright, let's throw some of this junk on the floor, on the table and stuff. So, yeah. So I brought those nice tools back with me, but you can see now we have 3 sets. There we go. Yeah. I'm glad I did that. And like I said, I brought a lightweight one home. You'll find them and they'll have like 6-7 pounds sometimes. Yeah. Backups. Neither one of those is in great shape. Whatever. And put you on here. I was gonna say, I bet there's a pistol laying on the counter though. Those will come in handy, but not right now. Let's see. Look at that. So I have. Do I have any here? No. Alright. There's 9, 10 arrowheads. Let me double check and see if I left any in here. I do have a bow in there. Yeah, 2 more. Three shafts per sapling, so there's 12. So I've got 12 arrows, which is quite a lot. A lot of times people forge just up 10 their first go round. Without even having to, to do any forging. So yeah. I mean, we're going to do some forging to get it done. It's part of the game, and we're trying to get all things Pilgrim taken care of for everybody. Oh, never mind. 13. Check it out. Yeah, I'm just harvest this one. So, we got a baker's dozen. At the ready. Alright. Things I don't need. I'm going to take some bullets with me. Might do some hunting. £84, looking pretty good. A lot of sodas and crap on me. I mean, it doesn't save me much, but a little bit. And then we got an MRE, we got wolf steak, we got this. We got plenty of food for the trip. One thing I don't have is any meat pies. I don't know if I'm going to need them, though. Don't need the gun clean kit for this. Let's leave it beside here. And then might be snaring any rabbits. So, I'm assuming I left flour and oil behind. So I'm not going to bring that with me. I do have a cooking pot, though. That's good. It's pretty early. Alright, let me grab a quick nap. Let's see if, like, 2 hours. Man, it's been so long. I can't believe I'm just bopping in and out. However, there's no real reason to hang around. All right. The reason I'm thinking about leaving now is there is a double rope climb. Alright, let's start walking. I think I'm going to grab a little water. And let's grab some extra coffees. Okay, anyway. Let's go see what the weather's like before we do anything. Take a peek outside. Yeah, alright. We're going to peek outside. We're going to see what the weather is. Probably had the trappers, and I mean, unless there's a blizzard. Oh. Just gonna pop back inside. I will, listen. I'm geared up. I'm ready to go, right? I'm geared up. I'm ready to go. I get a save. If anything gets wacky, at least it's here, right? I'm packed. I'm good. All right. I'm going to get something to drink. I need a little more caffeinated beverage, y'all. Give me just like a minute or two, and I'll be right back. All right. Back. Ice cold caffeinated beverage. Ready to go. So yeah, I think I'll shoot for. Oh man, yeah, there'll be something there. I was like, maybe I should grab some wires and some bits and pieces, but I probably left it all there. Oh yeah, I forgot what was going on. Time to read. I might switch books though. All right. So yeah, why don't we read? We got some archery books. Could read those. Maybe a pistol book if I've got one. So we got 2 archery books in this one. Okay. Alright, so we do... Yeah, I guess we'll read archery then. Alright, let's finish up the rifle book first. Alright, I think it just stopped. You know, let's just see. I mean, it's definitely quiet out there. I just don't know what the weather's like. It could be nasty snowing. Oh, it's not bad at all. Okay. A little curious to see if the old random deer was going to pop in. Sometimes they do after a blizzard, but we'll go. Go ahead and head on out. I've quite made up my mind, though, honestly, about how to approach this. Because, again, you know, we're burning daylight. That's fine. That's not too big a deal. Oh, I did leave snares out. I knew it. I was like, nah, I bet it's ruined, too. Yeah. It's been left out for a good minute. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, saved your lives today. Yeah. And unfortunately, we're going to keep bumping this wolf. But anyway, like I said, I don't know. The energy thing, the fatigue thing, we could go through the cave, maybe stop, make a little coffee. Or we go through the cave, do the climb down, spend the night in the cave in between the rope climbs. Or do I just coffee and pie it and just go for it? Cool. I was just curious to see if I'd stopped in here yet. Lots of fur. All right, so yeah, so we'll go. I'm thinking long term too. Let me focus on that instead of what I'm doing right now. Isn't it supposed to be the other way around? Me. All right, so we go to Milton. We do the radio signal. We go to, is it Hushed River? I think. And then Is that right? Anyway, we go where we need to go, and then we do that bunker. We come back. Post up maybe for a day or two. I think it'll be good for me. Hang out here for a day or two. Do a little skill building or whatever. Oh, we can go back to our fire area and make some fires. Now, you can always run into a bear around here, so it's good to be prepared, right? Get those habits in early. But of course, you never know. You might get a random moose out here. I mean, a lot of times that bear will be goofing around with those bunnies back there. But it'll come wander all over here too. I'm just going to stop in real quick, see what I got laying on the ground here. I'm assuming I left some things behind from traveling back and forth to Milton. So I'm just going to see if there's anything noteworthy. I mean, we left stuff laying around everywhere. But it does give us the ability, like I said, we have these little mini camps. So when we do travel, when we go back and forth to some of these places, like we're going back to Milton now, then, you know, we're in pretty good shape. Alright, so the cool flask is here. I'm taking that with me, I'll never remember. Yeah, that's fine. Arrowhead, so there's 14. I might have left some back in Milton. I mean, I'm hoping I'm not going to be there that long for that to matter. Okay, there's goodies. Alright. Stuff to think about on the trip back. Alright, I don't think... I might grab a couple pieces of coal on the way there. But it would do me some good if I leave, again, leave it for the trip back. Because then I can load up and I can even use the travoy, because that would be fine. I could just, you know, waddle out of the cave, throw down the travoy, and then bring it back to the camp office. Okay. Any meat laying around? Nope. So I think I'm just going to kind of muscle it out until I get to the cave in between rope climbs. And I'll probably stay there tonight. And climb up in the morning. And that way I can use my copies of my pies. a little more efficiently, I think. Although, interesting. Now, it has been a good while since we've been through here. There we go. I was going to say I would expect at least a few pieces. I really expect it all to be back, but okay. I'll grab what we can grab. Hopefully, maybe there'll be some on the way back. Maybe it just needs a little time to rethink and to load. There's another piece. Like I said, I don't have a ton of firewood for tonight, but I'll be alright. There's a piece. Yeah, hopefully, like I said, maybe there'll be a little more spawned in by the time we come back. There's never like a ton in here. Okay, good. There's another one. At least there's a few. So yeah, just because, I mean, it would. Here's the problem: if I wake up in the morning and there's another blizzard, it's gonna be annoying. But I mean, this doesn't need to be a very protracted trip because again, most of uh, this area has been searched already. It would be nice to get some whatever kind of rose hips and mushrooms and stuff I've got left. I'll probably pick some while I'm here too, if I see any. So try to get a bunch of teas back. And pies. Alright, we are good. Let me give her a drink here. If we're not shooting up there tonight, we'll just take care of that real quick. There we go. I'll tell you something though. Let's talk about, I know we've been going for a minute, so let's talk about something. Let's talk about the Long Dark too. I was thinking, I hope they implement a few things like just some little survival fun things, like maybe if you drink a soda, you can keep the can, and maybe you can make, maybe you can make a fishing hook or lures, because you can make spinners and tails on them out of the can and the pop top. So I know people want things like bow drills. I think we'll see that for sure. Although who knows, it might be because it's going to be a little more, looks like some town and some more people involved. Maybe we'll get some lighters. Another thing that I cannot believe no one in the Canadian, this whole area had a lighter they left around. It'd be funny too if you could have like different kinds. You could have like a flip lighter and the kind, like the regular type of Bic or whatever, and then Maybe you could have like a candle lighter. Alright. A couple sticks from my pocket. Remember, the crampons aren't going to help me climb down any faster. All they do is help. I'll show you. That bar on the right goes down slower when you wear crampons. Other than that, they keep you from falling from the ice. They give you like an extra second. And and the one thing I always do forget to say that they do also help you avoid sprains. So if you're walking in some steep terrain, it's not a bad idea to have the crampons on. But anyway, since we're not really doing anything, I'm going to grab a bunch of sticks. Again, any of the harvestables, I should wait until I'm leaving anyway. But yeah, I could go back with a pocket full of acorns, rose hips, mushrooms. You know, I've got 3 red toolboxes. I don't need to bring back any toolboxes. I got 2 hacksaws. I don't remember seeing a hammer. Maybe I left it at the train in Muskeg. Anyway. I'd say there's probably food here because last time I was here I couldn't use any of it. I mean, look at all this stuff that's in this cave. Alright. But yeah, I'm already set up. I might take that back with me because I think these just get worse and worse as they sit here. Oh, I could just tear it up for cloth. Anyway, we've already hung out here before, no big deal. We're already set. Let's just read, I guess. Yeah, let's have a snack. And, there we go. Nothing like a can of dog food to make you feel better, right? But now I'm probably going to regret not having that other archery book. Now, nice thing about being in a cave, if it's bright enough outside tonight, I can just keep reading. But if it's dark, really dark or stormy, what is it stormy? I think if it's just a regular dark night, I think it's fine. Let's do 1 more hour and then we'll sleep for 10. There we go. Got the book done. I might make the coffee in the morning just to, you know, have a warm cup of coffee. It sounds kind of nice, doesn't it? Okay, I'm like, there's something weird about my weight. I have a ton of charcoal. I don't think I can use charcoal at night, though. If it's a clear night, it is. I'm going to give it a shot. It'd be kind of fun to map some of this. Oh, we got an aurora. Huh. Let's say I'm pretty positive you can map during aurora. Oh, psh. Never mind. That's right. Things are pretty well mapped. Haven't been up there, though, have I? And we haven't been to the lower part. Wonder if I should do that. It's a bit of a climb. I think it drops you out in Muskeg, too, when you're done. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, I think we need to top off real quick. Tired of walking around with this baked potato in my pocket. Alright, hopefully you get some good weather in the morning. Pretty good. I was going to say, depending on my fatigue level, I might have slept a little longer, but I think I'm going to be fine. We'll see. Alright. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and head out. Anyway, there's plenty of harvestables still in here. I'm pretty sure there's some more mushrooms and rose hips that I haven't collected. And again, there's just so many in Mountain Town. I keep calling it Melton, but I mean, that's the name of it. Anyway, I'm sure I've missed some. I don't know if I go out of my way looking for them, but if I see some, I'll go grab it. But anyway, if you've been following along, if you're watching, we're getting close. I figure what I'll do is I'll get to Grandmother's house and we'll call it there. I'm sure I've left myself plenty at Grandmother's. I think we spent like a week here or something like that. But nothing wrong with having a big pile of sticks around. I hear the ptarmigan up there. Again, I'm not going to do anything special. Just going to go ahead and climb it. We could put the crampons on, I guess. It'll maybe demonstrate what I was talking about earlier. But yeah, it's even hard to notice, you know. But we're taking more fatigue. It's wearing us down faster because we're going up. So this is actually slowing that down. It just keeps you from falling off the rope, I guess, on a really long climb. And like I said, you're less likely to get sprains and a little more time on the ice. So. Oh, should I smack one? I kind of want to just... If I get some down, we can have some for some trades later with the trader. Oh, he moved. Well, good for you, dude. That dude took off right when I was throwing my rock. He said, nope. Like other places to be. I mean, I guess I could take these back so I can break them down for leather. They're not doing anything, you know, sitting there. But yeah, I think, I don't remember if I picked all these acorns. I might have because I was probably trying to do some cooking score. I'm just going to skip the gas station. I've already looted it. I guess if there are, yeah. If I can can go ahead and pick these up now, though. And that way, when I'm leaving, I can just leave. I don't have to stop here. And I'll grab those mushrooms and stuff in the in-between area. But we can put these in my pocket for later, yeah. There's a couple over there. Maybe we'll try to hit those. It looks like I got a couple of these. Anyway. Already. Maybe I just missed these. However, I'm betting there's some acorns sitting over here at this Grey Mama's. Grey Mama. Oh. Is that them? That's bunnies. Anyway, I thought I heard another ptarmigan. Well, we didn't even go to the woodlot last time. What's up, bunny? Haha. Yeah, there's definitely another ptarmigan around. They're just so hard to spot. I feel like I either spook them half the time or I miss them with the rock anyway. Whatever. Oh, there he is. A bit of a hill, though. Yeah, it's not looking too good. My dude is traveling. Yeah, there's just a bit of a rise. I'm afraid that's not going to work very well. We'll give it a shot. Got him. Look away! Look away! Alright. Well, that makes me happy. A little more down for my pocket. And like I said, you know, eventually we need... I did set up some trades. We'll eventually go to Coast the Highway and do something about those. I was just sitting here thinking, I'm like, where is the signal thing? It's up there with that big tower right there. I mean, heck, I could probably get the stuff for it together today and have the Aurora tonight. But yeah, that'll make a good next episode. That'll make a good next episode. Alright, well, we got moving. We made it back from Pleasant Valley to Mystery, right? We got back with some good gear. Oh, here, well, and now we're here in Milton. We did the Signal Tail, the tower for Pleasant Valley. And now we're here in Milton. We're going to get that one going, and we'll head to, I think it's Hush River. Wherever, somewhere that way. And go get that bunker. And get that taken care of in the next episode. We might shoot a deer, too. I don't know if I'm going to shoot him now or in the next episode. We'll see. There might be fresh venison in the next one. We'll play it by ear. We got a little food on the porch, so we're looking alright. Oh my gosh. We got baked potatoes for days, porridge for days. That's hilarious. Anyway, hey, I'm super excited. You know why I'm excited, guys? I'm excited because we got a video out that didn't crash. Also, I didn't do any go into the build mode, and I think that might have something to do with it. But it's hard to say. you know, I definitely think it's still affecting it. It didn't happen right away last time, but it definitely happened. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm out of here, guys. Keep looking for more Minecraft content, long dark content. I'm gonna like again. I'm afraid I scared some people away by what I said before. I was just saying that while it keeps crashing, I'm gonna try to make some other videos, doing some other games, and we got another episode of Gas Station Simulator coming. And there's another game I'm kind of thinking about playing in the background too. We'll see. We might flush that out here in the next couple days. Anyway, I get to say thank you. Of course, in the video where in the beginning I'm like, I don't get to say thank you. I get to say thank you, but hey, at least I do. Thank you guys so much for checking out the videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing and liking. That's awesome. Really thankful. Love doing this. It's a lot of fun for me, and I like when people check it out. And obviously, you can always feel free to join in and have a conversation with me. It's on my game channel, Games and Conversations, right? We can talk about the game and have a good time. And, yeah, feel free to jump in if you want. All right, I think it's going to do it for today, you guys. So if you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you see this at a later date or time, thanks for watching. Really hope you guys are out there having a great day, and y'all be good to each other.